that's displayed. You can see by the occult symbolism that's in those churches. You can see it by the headquarters of those churches, and you can see the false gospel being taught, where this false gospel will create a mega church and kick out the actual real Christians.
You're watching the Christian channel. Jesus is the Lord of the airwaves.
New from Pastor Brian Houston. Money. There's not one person in this building who doesn't need more money. And if you say, well, I don't need more money, then I would say you have a very poor outlook on life.
You'll learn why you need more money.
Because money is a tool that can accomplish phenomenal things. What money can do in your hand is bless, it can help, it can build, it can increase, it can bring vision, it can strengthen.
You'll learn how to get more money. And you'll learn how to have wealth without having a love for money.
Poor does not have to be permanent. All the answer here, you say, well, how do you know that? Because why would the scripture say, let the poor say, I am rich? If it wasn't the will of God to break the power of poverty over people's life.
Somebody said, oh, I didn't come here because I want to hear about money. I came here because I need some peace. Well, honey, you need some money.
You better obey the prophet, and you will reap the prophet's reward. My prophet is rich, and I'm going to be rich too.
Money! To me!
I found me a picture. This is my first billion, and I speak to it. Do y'all hear what I'm saying?
I want to talk to you about the relationship between money and peace. Because I've heard people say, it's not about money, it's about peace, and it's about joy, and it's about love. It's about money.
And what are they waiting for? They're actually teaching the Christians to accept the Antichrist when he were to walk on the stage, just like every religion is waiting for their Messiah. And they all fit in the exact same line as the fake Christian church's Messiah that's coming along, where they get out of the actual literal word of the Bible, and they translate themselves into a false translation of the Bible, or they don't even discuss whole books like Revelations and what it means, and say, well, the Bible is very vague.
That's right. I mean, down to the very extent, as we were talking yesterday in the car, that we have ministers, huge ministers, and I'll let you, talk, speak on particular names, but huge ministers that are actually saying that they're seeing, are communicating with particular angels that have particular names that are really just demonic spirits that they're communicating with. Now, you know what I'm talking about right now. I'm leaving the door open for you to communicate these things to everybody.
I'll give an example, because we have so many examples.
Right.
And this is something the Lord showed me after he was showing the total control of our CIA and Mossad and the secret societies, and now our government and our governors. We're at that level now. You have to more or less swear allegiance to something other than Jesus to get into these positions.
Right.
But then he took it further and said, okay, now let me show you the infiltration into our churches. Now, there's many folks that write about the infiltration. There's, Madame Blavatsky has written about it. There's some Morals and Dogma have some references to it. There's many other books that have written. The information is out there. Every secret society will tell you what their plans are. People who wrote the Communist Manifesto will tell you what they're planning on doing. All you got to do is go get their information, just like the picture that tells you at some point they're going to go ahead and enslave you. So the information isn't hidden. It's not out there somewhere. It's right in front of you. It's easily to obtain. But what the Lord showed me, if I can state this,
Yes, go ahead.
is there's been a takeover of the Christian church. And the way that works is you come into a church and you have a purpose-driven church. When we've got this purpose, the purpose is to grow our church. We want to get a bigger building. We want to get more money. We want to give you, everything's going to be a power scheme.
I'm sorry to cut you. As you mentioned, purpose-driven church, we're talking about, Rick Warren's mega-selling book. All right, Rick Warren, the preacher of Saddleback Church, located in California. Okay, please continue. Go ahead. I just want to make sure that make it clear who we're talking about and what we're talking about, so people know what to avoid and whom to avoid.
Well, when the initial transformation and takeover of the churches first started, it was very subtle and very the satanic church. It's part of their job to infiltrate.
And
so these people would come in and they'd start giving you a little bit of something that was a little bit wrong. If you really studied, it's New Age, it's Dominion theology, it goes by a number of different names. And it was written about by the Jesuit order of the takeover, became Madame Blavatsky and so forth. And what they would do is just implement a little bit of something here and there, and a little bit. But we have gotten to the point now today that it is so prevalent that Satan walked in through the front door of churches because these churches have taught us not to study on our own, not to read the Bible on our own, that the pastor has the information, that all we need to do is go and sit down and listen to what he tells us. He'll even tell us what to, he'll tell us what the passage means, and taken out way out of context many of the times. And he, in turn, will get his reward by the tithes and the offerings that are given.
Right.
But we have this one man that has come down into Florida. And he has supposedly it's a Christian ministry and it's a revival. It's going on right now today. And the Bible tells us to look at the fruits.
Okay.
And they've already been pre-programmed to tell Christians, there's going to be some Christians against this thing. Those are the ones that can't adapt. Those are the ones that can't change. Those are the ones that can't follow. That's all New Age speaking. That's all that is. So Todd Bentley will go ahead and go into his church.
What they say? Excuse me. What was the name of that minister you just
I
mentioned?
believe I know it's Todd B.
Okay.
I think Bentley. And I may just be slightly off on it. It's Todd Bentley.
But the gentleman with all the tattoos,
That's it.
right? He's got a bald head too, right?
Yes.
Okay, right.
And he has rings all on his finger.
Yeah, well,
and
Yeah, I'll show a picture of him. I'll show a picture of him on the screen right now, so everybody can know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Okay. And I talked to some Christians about it. And I said, well, look at the fruit.
Right.
And the response to me was, well, he got saved. And then, he was in that cult world, and then he got saved. And, what are you going to do?
This is a pastor from Taiwan. He has Lou Gehrig's disease, and he's got 3 kids. His wife and kids are back there. He needs the touch from God.
Lord, I pray right now that this holy knee, Is anybody here from Atlanta? Have you ever heard of a program in Atlanta called The Regular Guys? Yeah, well, I was on there this morning. All they wanted to talk about is why I need people and slap people in the face and how far back can you feel it? Yeah. Oh, hey, Peter, Stephen, bring me the computer. People are watching right now on the internet. You want some?